Hello there.
I swear y'all are not gonna believe me when I'm saying this. I am still yet to upload the very first episode of X-Files on the channel, ladies and gentlemen. So I do not know how well this show is going to do, and I'm recording episode 4 today of season 1. That's how confident I am in this show doing well potentially on the channel, or getting a good, audience on the channel. But yeah, I'm recording up to episode 4 now of season 1, and having these 4 episodes in the tuck. It's because I was going to upload episode 1 during my Lost reactions in season 6, but then I thought to myself, I don't want to derail the Lost hype a little bit, and then have potentially, I'm not too sure, potentially a bunch of X-Files fans flood to the channel and not be able to, keep up with the videos as I'm recording Lost at the same time. I have juggled 2 shows before on the channel, but that was Buffy and Angel at the same time, and I believe Breaking Bad and Dollhouse. So I was able to juggle those really well, but Buffy and Angel, obviously being in the same universe, was much easier to do those 2 at the same time. So yeah, I was like, let's not derail the Lost hype. I just, funnily enough, uploaded the finale to Lost today, which was absolutely sensational. What a live premiere video it was. I cannot thank you guys enough. It's super amazing, man. Super amazing. Blessed and grateful for you guys. So yeah, what's going on, guys? My name is Elie Moses, a 24-year-old law and field shooting in Australia. Absolutely shooting your shot today. We're up to episode 4 of X-Files season 1, titled Conduit. This video may never see the light of day depending on how well the X-Files does on the channel, but we're here to record it nonetheless. So I'm talking to myself at the moment. Let's absolutely smash it. Let's have some fun with this thing, and let's get into the reaction. Let's go. I haven't watched X-Files in about a week and a half, man, but like every time I sit down to watch this show, like the first 3 episodes, I'm hella excited, man. I'm loving it thus far. I'm loving it. Like, Mulder and Scully, Marcus Burnett, and, you know, I haven't recorded X-Files for about a week and a half, but every time I sit down to watch this show after the first episode, I'm hella excited. Mulder and Scully, Mike Lowry and Marcus Burnett of, Space Invaders and, extraterrestrial and supernatural beings. They the bad boys. Okay, now why does that little cabin right there look like an evil being with the blood, the blood red shot eyes? Like, not even the cabins can be normal in this show, man.
Kevin!
They always go for the kids, man. Damn, she got the Home Alone treatment. Personally, I would never let my kids sleep alone in the woods like that, even though I'm like 5 meters away. I'd sleep with them or around them, like, personally. So interesting. That's very similar to what I believe Mulder was saying in the very first episode to Scully about how his sister was abducted when he was a kid. I know he was at home. Oh, that was freaky. And this is a different location. But it's a very similar occurrence. And maybe it could possibly have some ties to Mulder's childhood. And interesting, that sort of, that bright ray of light probably emanated a lot of heat energy there. Because the doorknob was unbearable without the baking glove. But yeah, that kid right there, and obviously the mother, but that kid, he's in a very similar situation to probably what Mulder was when he was
Agent
younger.
Mulder's latest 302, requesting assignment and travel expenses for the both of them.
He must have more evidence.
Not according to his 302, he doesn't.
I admit that is strange. Even for Mulder.
I'm telling you, I think a type of case like this struck a nerve for Mulder.
Perhaps it has something to do with this. Take a look.
An X-File?
Come on, I knew it. Come on. I'm on it. I'm on it.
I'm going to disallow the 302.
With respect, sir, at least let me talk with him and make a recommendation.
It just doesn't seem substantial enough to warrant an investigation.
But I know there's a correlation right there between obviously what happened in his childhood in this case. And I know, you know, his fringe matter obsession has caused disruption in the Bureau, but there's probably been X-Files granted or, you know, green lit for less evidence. Is this because they're mainly worried about this personal experience potentially from such a young age clouding his judgment, as he said before? Because I'm pretty like, that's interesting why they disallowed a 302.
Okay, Scully, so we disagree. It's not the first time, and it won't be the last.
Then the 100-year-old mother with the lizard baby.
Because the lizard baby wasn't born anywhere near Lake Okoboji.
Okay, what?
Boji. Okoboji.
Okay, Boji. The way
Is that supposed to mean something to me?
Do you know anything about trout fishing? Or UFO hotspots? Now read me the names of those Girl Scouts from 1967.
Lisa Terrell, Bonnie Winston, Doreen McAllister, Darlene Moore.
Blue City.
It's the same Darlene Morris.
All right, looks like that 302 was granted. This is a very sentimental case
Some
here
days I
for
can't even
Mulder.
get myself up out of bed. You know, I've told the story so many times now. Go to the newspapers and the police. And every time I tell it, people get this look in their eye.
He looks like Jake Gyllenhaal's mother.
Just like the look that you've got right now.
What are you doing? You making something? Can I take a look at it?
I'd be communicating in some sort of code. Like Morse language for aliens.
Thanks.
No, Morse code for aliens. Sorry, not Morse language.
It's coming from there.
The TV?
Maybe it's got to do with like electromagnetic waves. I don't know, TV sort of signal. The static is communicating to the kid.
I don't know what it is. Maybe a binary sequence of some kind. Could be anything. Could be nothing. I know you're busy. Look, I know a friend who knows a friend who knows a friend who can get you a ticket to a Redskins game. You got it. All right.
I know
You
a
know where to
friend
find
who
me?
knows a friend who knows a friend.
Thanks, man.
Not to antagonize local law enforcement.
Who, me? I'm Mr. Congeniality.
You never know, we might need his help one of these days.
I'll send him a bunt cake.
Damn.
You're looking for Ruby, right?
Yeah, maybe she Ruby's friend.
That's right.
Who knows?
Who are you?
Doesn't matter.
Are you a friend of Ruby's?
Ruby didn't have friends. She just had people she liked to hang with.
And she'd
That's-
like to hang out with you?
That's sad.
Guess we had some times.
Like the night she disappeared?
It was Greg. She was supposed to see him that night.
Who's Greg?
Her boyfriend, Greg Randall. Supposed to meet up at the lake. They had stuff to talk about.
What kind of stuff?
Greg got Ruby pregnant.
Oh.
I don't know, whatever. She got herself pregnant.
Do you know what they were planning to do about it?
Gonna leave town. At least that's what Ruby told me.
They abducted the pregnant girl,
You know Greg from school?
run tests on her.
Greg? School? I don't think so. All he ever did since we met him was pour beer. The Pennsylvania pub.
Oh, she did. Man, she did. Hey, you ain't got. Come on, man. You some FBI agents. You ain't gonna let it dip. You let her dip on you like that. The cliche, look away and she gone. You don't trick, really? Bro, she was moving. She ran out that joint.
You haven't been out to Lake Okoboji, have you?
Oh, Akabugi. He said that earlier.
Why?
You should ride with you sometime. You might see some things that change your mind.
Damn.
Get a killer sunburn in the middle of the night.
Lake Okobogi. Man, there's always some small town and some weird people in this small town, man. Gully trying to find a scientific explanation for that thing. Cauliflower E, he's an MMA fighter. Nah, not 2 episodes in a row on Scully, man. First Tombs.
Where's Mulder? Where did you get the document?
If you explain to me what you're talking about, maybe I can help you out.
We can't just knock on a door?
It's a defense satellite transmission.
You're kidding.
Just a fragment, but highly classified.
Damn.
We need to know where it came from.
Well, sure, I'll let you know as soon as I find out.
That's it, Mulder. You just bought yourself a one-way back to Washington.
Great.
Damn, Kevin got access to some highly classified intel.
You shouldn't have told them. They have no jurisdiction.
Mulder, they're NSA. They think the boy may be a threat to national security.
Come on. How can an 8-year-old boy who can barely multiply be a threat to national security? People call me paranoid.
Well, how did Kevin obtain top secret information? I mean, where do you think he got it from?
Yeah, you gonna ransack the kid's room because of this? Hey, the NSA. The NSA, man. They don't care. No sympathy.
It'll be all right, baby.
Watch your head, please.
And they treating Kevin like that Luigi brother. You know, you know.
You guys do really delicate work.
Get this to cryptography. Think we got what we needed? Thank you.
The arrogance on these people, man.
What is it?
Sure.
Aha. Burned up caravan from the ray of light. Even the caravan got a sunburn in the middle of the night. I'm surprised. I reckon Mulder hasn't pulled out the card or like he hasn't told the mother, Darlene, I believe, about what happened to him as a child, and that there's some sort of correlation or connection to
Where are
maybe
we
to get her
going?
to talk a bit more.
The boy is the key, Scully. I know it.
The key to what?
Finding Ruby. Just think about it for a minute. This is a boy who is receiving all kinds of digitized data from a television screen.
Agent Atsumi said it was a statistical aberration.
No.
Okay, I admit it's not much of an explanation, but
I think that Kevin is a conduit of some kind.
a conduit.
A link or a connection to whoever or whatever took Ruby that night.
But how?
If there was an abduction, it's likely that Kevin was touched in some way.
Mulder, I know what you're thinking. I know why this is so important to you. I know. But there is no evidence indicating an abduction.
That's why we're going to Lake Okoboji.
Okabogi.
According to the police photos, Ruby and Kevin were sleeping right here.
Just a stone's throw from the forest wall.
Meaning what?
Meaning anybody could have come out of the forest to grab her.
Some great
You notice the tree line?
location scouting here to film this.
Evidence of extreme heat.
Perfect
Or an electrical storm.
for UFO activity. Lake
Besides which,
Okobogi.
there's
Let's
nothing
go.
to connect it to the night of Ruby's disappearance.
That's true. You think a lightning strike could have caused this? Do you have any idea at what temperature sand solidifies into glass? 2,500 degrees Fahrenheit. Something was out here, Scully. Something hot enough to turn sand into glass, to singe those trees and to blister the roof of that camper.
That UFO was cooking. I'm surprised it didn't freaking incinerate the mother. I don't know if that seems intentional right here, but it's almost as if that scene right there with, oh, what the heck? Why is it? It almost seems as if like that scene right there with the wolf, the white wolf, I believe, was filmed at night. And it's almost as if it's giving like the forest its own identity. Like the Forbidden Forest in Harry Potter, man. Like they're lit so differently here with the overcast sky. And it's almost as if it's a different world right there with that sort of overhead or over the shoulder shot from Scully. Maybe that was a sound stage in which they filmed it there, hence the lighting was different. Or maybe it's to give off sort of like
It's a grave. Shallow by the smell of it.
hey, maybe it was the boyfriend
Mulder, what are you doing?
and he did kill her.
Mulder, you are disturbing a crime scene. Stop.
What if it's her? I need to know.
You okay, Mulder?
Fine.
Looks like a male Caucasian.
Oh, maybe it is the boyfriend that's
Sir?
was murdered or died?
Victim's name was Greg Randall.
There we go.
Ruby's boyfriend.
Ruby had a lot of boyfriends.
Before you put that away, can I take a look at it?
Go right ahead.
Why is he rubbing his chin with the wallet? I was
Look at that.
I was literally about to say that looks like the same handwriting from the girl from the library. Oh man, why didn't I say it earlier? And they're comparing the handwriting. There we go. Oh, I was literally about to say that. Y'all probably don't believe me, but
Look at that. Yes, sir. The girl from the library.
Who?
We didn't get her name, but she claimed Greg and Ruby had run off.
Well, Doc Fowler's a buddy of mine. Delivered both my kids. I can find out who had that appointment.
good for you. Oh, that's her, all right. That is 100% her. Maybe. Nah.
Have a seat, Tessa. We know that you had the appointment with Dr. Fowler on August 7th.
So she was
We
pregnant?
know that you're the one that's pregnant, not Ruby.
And she offed Greg?
You don't know nothing, do you?
We can prove it, Tessa. And we can prove that Greg was the father.
So what if he was the father?
This is very serious. Do you understand how serious this is?
I feel like this plot point here might detract
Now,
from the whole
you've
Ruby
waived the
thing.
right to an
And Kevin.
attorney. So if you lie to us here today, you could be charged with perjury.
Promise me we'd be in LA by Christmas.
Because what has this got to do with the whole UFO abduction thing here?
Friend there. I've never seen the ocean.
Seems like a little side
You
quest.
said that he and Ruby were seeing each other. You said that they were planning to meet at the lake. Is that true?
Look, I was nowhere near the lake that night, okay?
Sure you were, Tessa. You knew they were meeting, so you sat there and you waited for them. You were angry and you were jealous.
I wasn't.
You sat there and you waited, and when they showed, you killed him first. Isn't that how it went?
No.
You snuck up from behind him and you shot him in the back. Bam!
Oh, she evil.
And then you killed Ruby. Bam! Was she pleading for her life? Was she running away?
I didn't kill her.
Where's she buried, Tessa?
I don't know.
You don't know where you buried her, Tessa?
I didn't kill her.
You didn't.
She wasn't even there that night.
Well, how would you know that, Tessa? If you weren't there yourself.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got her. In terms of that side thing. In terms of like her murder trial.
You're not seeing the whole picture here.
Which is? Wasting their time.
Do you really think Tessa Sears is telling the truth?
Yes.
Why not? What if Ruby never did show up that night?
Look how
She lied to
amateurish
us in the library. She lied to us
the
about
burial
emergency.
was.
What
for
makes
Greg.
you think she wouldn't lie to us about killing Ruby?
Because something was out there in those woods.
It's over, Mulder. It's time to go home and turn this over to local law enforcement.
I can't do that.
See, I guess
Where are you going?
this
Talk to the boy.
Well, they won't even let you in the door.
Well, I've got to see him.
I guess
Don't
this
want to have anything to do with us.
plot point here from
Mulder,
Tessa.
Stop running after your sister. This won't bring her back.
Come with me or don't come with me. But until they find a body, I'm not giving up on that girl.
Facts. It's like, I guess they used this sort of Tessa story arc here to sort of give that sort of scientific explanation, or like an explanation as to sort of what happened to Ruby from maybe Scully's point of view and the local law enforcement point of view. Like, if one body turned up, surely there's another one. Damn, Kevin was going to work.
Oh my God.
What is it?
Just come up here.
Oh, we about to get a signs overhead shot here. And X-Files did it first. We about to get an overhead shot of like something here, shape or pat.
It's her.
That is freaky. I just got chills down my body. That is freaky. They security coded an artwork of Ruby. Kevin was cooking something. He was cooking something, my friends.
This is a long shot, Mulder. They could be anywhere.
Kevin
You
Michelangelo.
know, when I was a kid, I had this
Picasso.
ritual. Scully.
That same evil ass looking caravan.
Darlene?
Look, there's a trailhead.
Yo, Darlene gotta be a candidate for worst mother of the 20th century. Possibly the 21st too.
You okay?
It's here. I saw it.
Where's Kevin?
I couldn't keep up with him.
I'm doubling down on that. Can't keep up with her own freaking 10-year-old boy. He ain't that convincing, man.
Kevin!
Don't go towards the light, Kevin. Come on. What a shot. I love that shot. Oh, he just wanted to go for a ride. It was just the bikers. Okaboji. Subverted my expectations there, man.
She's here, I know it.
Kevin, I don't think she is. I know how much you wanted it to be her. I did too.
Holy moly. I really dig the atmosphere of this episode as well. The score adds so much to it. The lighting, the mist, everything.
Ruby! She's unconscious, but she's still alive.
I'll get help.
She just appeared magically out of nowhere?
There's no sign of head trauma, no narcotic traces or electrolyte abnormalities. But her white blood cell count was sky high.
By any chance, was there an attendant reduction in the lymphocyte population or release of glucocorticoids?
What? Glucocorticoids?
Actually, both. How did you know that?
They're symptoms of prolonged weightlessness. Shuttle astronauts have reported similar imbalances.
Come on, Scully. Stop believing. She was in space. They're working on her.
How are you feeling?
Fine, I guess.
Where were you, Ruby?
Severely dehydrated as well.
Us?
They told me not to say.
Who told you?
They.
Ruby, who told you?
Sweetheart, you don't have to say anything.
Darlene!
You're right. We should wait till Ruby gets a little stronger.
Did the mother make a pact with
Let's
someone?
speak outside for a moment.
You can have your daughter back as long as you say nothing?
I think that it's best that we put all of this behind us.
Oh, they did something. They did
I
something.
mean, hasn't Ruby been through enough already?
I know how disoriented she must seem right now, but in a couple weeks, maybe even a few days, we could...
I don't want her talking to you or anyone.
She should be encouraged to tell her story, not to keep it inside. It's important that you let her.
Important to who? All of my life I have been ridiculed for speaking my mind.
But it was the truth, Darlene.
The truth has caused me nothing but heartache. I don't want the same thing for her.
It doesn't have to be that way for her.
As far as I'm concerned, she spent the last month on the back of a Harley Davidson.
Is that
Right.
what you're going to tell Kevin?
I'm sorry.
That's the mother's wishes. That's the mother's wishes. But I feel like that was one opportunity to understand potentially something about his sister for Mulder, like a burning question that has plagued him all his life. I feel like he would have gone for it a bit more.
But your eyes are open? Yeah, they're open. It's like nothing's happening.
Try turning your head.
I can't.
Why not?
I don't know. I can't move.
Oh, that's right. He was paralyzed after his sister was abducted, right?
Just lie there in bed.
Can you see your sister?
No. But I can hear her.
What is she saying?
No, but
She's calling out my name.
this is an older Mulder, right?
Over and over again. She's crying out for help, but I can't help her. I can't move.
Oh, in the church as
Are you
well.
scared?
I know I should be, but I'm not.
Do you know why?
Because of the voice.
The voice?
The voice in my head.
What's it telling you?
Not to be afraid. It's telling me that no harm will come to her. And that one day she'll return.
I feel like
Do you believe the voice?
I want to believe.
Oh, what a way to end the episode that was chilling with, you know, the camera slowly pulling away into like an extreme wide long shot of Mulder crying in the church right there. And you know, with the tape recording of Scully listening to Mulder, you know, I want to believe the voice in my head. And I feel like that applies to Scully as well. I feel like she wants to believe everything that's happening as well, but she's trying to provide, you know, those scientific explanations as well. She's not quite there yet. I could be wrong in terms of like my assumptions of what's happening with Scully in terms of like her beliefs and stuff like that. But yeah, I feel like this sister arc thing with Mulder might come into play later on in the show potentially. Because this is the second time. Obviously Mulder discussed it in the very first episode, but this episode really hit quite close to home for Mulder. And I thought he would have pursued it a bit more right there. I thought he would have wanted to, you know, I thought he would have told Darlene, yo, this happened to my sister, you know, at such a young age. I need to find out more. I need to, you know, provide some clarity for myself as well. But I feel like something within him, I don't know, is that because he doesn't believe the voice in his head, like she's gone, or like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like Mulder might have should have like pursued Ruby a bit more to talk to her, but maybe he probably thinks to himself she's been through something traumatic. Just let it be for now. But yeah, because she said to herself, like, you know, they told me not to tell anyone. That the aliens? Is that whatever abducted her? Is that the Men in Black potentially? Or yeah, Darlene. Maybe they spoke. I'm not sure. But yeah, very interesting, very interesting. And I wonder, like, she has no recollection or memory of anything, and Mulder's like, oh, she'll dream about it. Does that have something to do potentially with what happened to Mulder in episode 2 or 3, with, you know, him experiencing the UFO sighting, or those lights, and then you know, him being not experimented on, but him being sort of like injected with some serum that took away his memory potentially of whatever happened. So yeah, very interesting stuff. Because I feel like X-Files, from these 4 episodes thus far, I feel like it's a show that you really, 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 really need to pay attention to these early episodes and, you know, what's being established, because I feel like they might come full circle, or they might come into play later on. These like X-Files or investigations that happen very early on as the show's sort of, you know, finding its feet, before we get into the bigger picture, or when we get to the bigger picture. I feel like these little interactions and tidbits are gonna, you know, come into play, and I feel like it's gonna be like one massive puzzle all coming together. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy my reaction. It's been Elie Moses. Take care. God bless. Peace.